Hello and welcome to ICG Podcast episode 34. I'm Abdul and joining me is Yesvanth.
Hey all, how's it going? Good to be back, keeping it consistent, and yeah, we're finding our rhythm. People who like will join, and it will take some time, but we'll get there, and yeah, thank episode 34. Here we go.
Yeah, episode 34. Right then. So we'll start off by saying the Game Pass game titles that will be available for January have been announced. So as of now, there's already those who remain Resident Evil 2 remake, FIFA 21, sorry, I mean F1 23, sorry, F1 23, Turnip Boy robs a bank. If you guys recall, a few weeks ago, Turnip Boy evades tax evasion, does commits tax evasion, was removed from Game Pass, but now the sequel is here. You can drop a bank. Yeah, so it's there. And then Pal World, huge success, but it's still there. And then coming on January 25th is Go Mecha Ball. January 30th, we have Brotato. I don't know what the
I
hell
think
that
it's
is.
called brotato or something. Yeah,
Potato, whatever it is. Potato,
yeah.
Brotato. Uh,
There we go.
then February 2nd, Persona 3 Reload. And February 6th, we have Anuchard. I don't know what the hell that is. But yeah, we'll
It's
know
like
once it.
Uncharted, but with jumbled words.
Okay, fair enough. That's what Yashan just found out. Interesting.
Yeah,
The other big thing that happened this week was, of course, the Xbox Developer Direct.
yeah,
And I think they showcased five games. We already knew about four of them. Fifth one was kind of a surprise. But yeah,
yeah.
so the games that were shown off was Ara History Untold, and it's basically a real-time strategy game where you have to build your civilization, and you can choose to either be a very culture-focused civilization with all its arts and stuff, or it can just be like a military nation like Sparta, and
Yeah.
or you can just choose to be a very scientific one and advance very far into the future with your science and real-time strategy. So yeah, if you're a fan of Age of Empires, Civilization, those type of games, then this will be good. This will be something up your alley. It'll
Yep.
be launching in fall of 2024, and it'll be available on Game Pass day one. And then we have Avowed, and I must say,
Yeah.
I didn't watch the entire presentation because I was too busy completing the this week's Forza Horizon 5 playlist, so I was too busy doing races. But yeah, luckily today when I once I finished making the draft, I went online and saw IGN made just an 8-minute video just highlighting everything. I just watched through that, and after watching Avowed, the only thing I said was wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the guy from the IT, I think it's a British comedy show, right? I think from the guy from that the Iron Eye or something. I think it's called. He's
Richard Ayoade.
rich and yeah,
It's
yeah.
called the IT guy something. Yeah.
IT something. Yeah, but yeah, it's really awesome, dude. I think it's I don't know if it's his first game to enter into games industry, but oh my God, when I saw that in the first teaser or reveal something related to that, when I saw his face, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be something good. I don't think that guy will invest in something that he doesn't feel like it, I suppose, because all his work is super funny and I don't know how his character is going to be in this, but I'm really looking forward to this actually.
I thought he was there for Fable, or is it Avowed? I don't know. I didn't see the entire thing. But as
I
far
didn't say that too, but yeah,
I think it was
that's
for
a good
Fable.
question.
If I remember properly, I think it was from last year when they did the Xbox. I forgot the name, but I think it was for Fable. When they teased Fable, I think he was there for
Uh,
Fable, not Avowed. But yeah, Avowed is basically just gave me sort of a nostalgic feel because it looked like Skyrim of 2024. More polished,
oh, okay.
more colorful. First person is thing. The only thing that didn't remind me of Skyrim was the fact that your character can dual wield pistols. So I'm like, okay,
Uh,
now we come to the modern times from Skyrim. So yeah, but it was pretty good. It felt
I
like
think Skyrim is the back old story, and then we have our word about, and maybe Starfield is the future Skyrim. That's what. Maybe they're creating their own multiverse.
yeah, but Bethesda didn't do this. But still, I mean, it's good.
I know, yeah, yeah.
It's good because
Maybe
you.
Microsoft will just buy it for the franchise
I mean, it is Microsoft's studio, so yeah, it is.
completely.
I think so. I don't know. It's Obsidian. I
And
think it is
if
Obsidian.
it's a third party became
Uh,
like exclusive game, or
I
is
think
it
it.
Xbox
I
game?
think. I think it's Obsidian's. I think Obsidian made it, so I think it's part of Xbox's studio already.
Okay, okay, okay. So
So
yeah,
yeah,
there you go. It doesn't have to be Bethesda's. They are creating their own multiverse in Xbox universe.
who knows? It'll be good. And of course, something that everyone really was excited about: Indiana Jones
Yeah.
and the Great Circle. It's coming to. Oh yeah, by the way, Avowed is coming out in fall 2024. Once again, Game Pass Day One. And Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Awesome. I mean, the trailer itself
Yeah.
felt like I was watching the movie. Only thing is, I wished it was third person. Unfortunately, it's not. It's first person. I mean,
I think they were scared, man. I think they were scared to be compared with Uncharted, I suppose, if I'm not wrong.
uh,
What do you call Uncharted and Indiana Jones? I don't see much difference other than it's its own name. That's the only thing. You find some treasure, you go for it. I think the only thing difference is this is some old dude and that's some way younger dude like Tom Holland. But but yeah, jokes aside, it's I think they were they were afraid that it would be compared with Uncharted. It's fair assumption. So maybe making it first person only, they are entering their own Uncharted territories. No pun intended. But yeah, let's see how it goes. And uh, the the graphics look really good, man. They look really polished.
yep,
I
yep.
think the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny used the Indiana Jones graphics, I suppose, from the game and put it on younger Harrison. What is it?
Harrison
That guy.
Ford.
Harrison Ford, yeah. So yeah, I think it felt out of place when the movie Harrison Ford, the younger guy, felt way weird than he used to. I think for the fact that his face changed, but his voice still the old voice, so it didn't fit into place, I suppose. They didn't fine tune his voice for the younger Harrison Ford, I think. So,
I mean, it's because they use the same voice actor as Arthur Morgan in this Red Dead Redemption 2. That's why.
okay, okay, okay. So, yeah, Arthur Morgan from Red Dead, and then Troy Baker for the what do you say,
I think
motion
Troy.
capture. Yeah,
I think Troy Baker is his name. Yeah,
no, Troy Baker. Yeah, I thought. Oh, so voice and motion capture is the same person in that case.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Last of Us guy. Yeah. We have our comments. Aishwarya Marate, hey, hello there.
Hey
Hey
man,
man, thank you for joining. And then Hungry Wolf, thank you for joining both.
hello you guys. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah,
Thank you for joining. And anyways, once again, Indiana Jones will be Game Pass Day One in 2024. This
yeah.
one was, I think, unexpected. It just suddenly popped up out of nowhere. It's called Visions of Mana, and for fans of JRPG, they'll definitely like this. Art style and everything is very reminiscent to Genshin Impact. I mean, which isn't, it's a JRPG. Many games are basically like that. Cell shaded animation and all that. So I really liked it. I thought the premise was great, and then I realized my own huge backlog of JRPGs and PlayStation which I have to finish, and I'm like, nah, I'll skip it maybe later. And this is the only game that is not coming day one on Game Pass, surprisingly, in this list. The next
I
one
think
is,
it's from Square Enix, right? Days of Mana is from Visions of Mana. If I'm
mm,
not wrong, it's from Square Enix. So,
I don't know, I didn't see the publishers. Hungry Wolf, can you
uh,
clarify, please? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's Square Enix, but who knows, maybe, may not be. But yeah, I still have a lot of games left in my plate to finish. Anyways, moving on. This one was one that I was very excited about and looking forward to. It is Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. And yes, Hungry Wolf says it is Square Enix. Thank you for the info.
Awesome.
Yes, yeah. So Hellblade
I
as
think
a,
that's the only reason holding the game back for Xbox Day One certification, I suppose. PlayStation is like, dude, come on, man, you can't do this to us. It's kind of like, chill, bro. No, nothing's gonna happen. So that's the only reason I think it's not Day One on Xbox Game Pass. Yeah,
I mean, at least they are now bringing games to the Xbox platform, so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
good. But it's not like Sony's like, oh no, you stay here for a timed exclusive, don't go there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I expect. Yeah, I mean, I won't be surprised if what is this Visions of Mana comes to PlayStation as well. Pretty much um, the same timeline, I suppose, or if not, timed exclusivity is the only thing I can think of, or else they just wanted to have one more game to justify the timing, I suppose, or it might feel too short. So maybe they're like, hey, so yeah, we have this as well, but this is third party, so no Xbox Game Pass Day One tag for you.
Yep, yep. Anyways, speaking of which, Hellblade 1, Senua's Sacrifice, was the game I got my first 100 percentages in Game Pass, I mean Xbox. That game is very close to my heart, I must say.
Ah,
And I actually thoroughly enjoyed the experience. I mean, it's very hard for you to like complete a game and realize that you've completed 99 percentage of the achievements. I'm like, really?
ah.
Okay, wow. And apparently there was only one achievement for getting the understanding the lore. You have to reach these sort of these, I don't know how do you call them, what they're called, but they're these pillar like things with circle symbols. You have to interact with them and they'll read out a part of the lore for you. And
It's like a stray.
yeah,
So you go
yeah,
to that blue glowy area, you go to that, and then
it
you
tells you the
get the
lore.
lore of the
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
exactly, yeah. So that was the only sort of collectible thing that was there. So I'm great because there are so many games that be like you have to get these many collectibles, you have to get that collectibles, you have to get this much of that collectible. Like, okay, great, this is the only thing I missed out on, not bad. I mean, I felt like if the thing about Senua's Sacrifice is that when you get into the game, there's nothing, there's no interface, there's nothing. You are just
Uh,
there, and you have to be like, okay, what are the controls? What do I press? Because unlike other games where they like press, like move the left stick to move,
right,
press
right.
this,
Ha, ha, ha.
you just drop there and that's it. And I was there for the first 2 minutes. I was just standing there wondering, okay, what's next?
Was there?
I'm like,
I feel like limbo. Even in limbo, right? You just wake up as a little kid, and then I don't think there won't be any controls telling you move forward or anything, if I'm not wrong. So you just have to figure your way out. I think that's what the premise is: figure your way out, kind of
yeah.
thing.
I mean, then only when Senua started turning her head around like this, and I'm like,
Ah, exactly.
it's an
Yeah.
idle animation. Okay, time for me to play. And then I played. And then obviously, these sort of collectible things sort of stand out. So when these pillars are
Yeah.
there, I look at them like, oh, okay, interesting. I stood in front of it, nothing happened, then I moved on. Only then, when I was playing the game, I realized that okay, maybe it's time to check the controls because I'm going to do some combat.
Yeah.
I was like, ah, okay. And then there's like you have to press LB to interact with this. I'm like, oh my god. Okay, no issues. This game was not very long. I think it was only about, I think it was 5 hours, maybe five, six
Oh,
hours.
that's very
But
small.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was rushing through it or something. I don't know. But I was playing it non-stop, so it was really good. And yeah,
Yes.
I completed the entire game in maybe 16 to 18 hours. Not sure. Maybe I
Mm.
should check it out. But yeah, then I found out that you have to find these pillars and interact with them, and I'm like, okay. Luckily for me, the controls are very easy, so I enjoyed the game through and through. I mean, it's very hard in this day and age to find a game in which that I'm able to parry attacks. So it's very satisfying for me. I enjoyed the game completely. The premise was good, so yeah, now I'm looking forward to the sequel. And apparently, it's also Game Pass Day One. And surprisingly, this game will be digital only. I guess it's
Yeah.
for now because even like the last game was also like only on Xbox and digital only, but then they released a physical version on disc and it was also available on PlayStation.
PlayStation. Yeah.
So I think yeah, this might also be the case. And apparently, it's since it's not a AAA game, but it definitely feels like one because the first time I played, I'm like playing a AAA game. But yeah, but it's $50. So I guess somewhere in the 3,500 to 4,000 rupees range, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it says
I
there's
don't. It's digital only, right? So yeah, I think you are completely at the mercy of the store. If if you want a discount or something like that, don't hold, don't wait because it's digital only. They can control complete aspect of the life cycle of the game. So yeah, don't wait. If you are a fan of the game, you could go ahead. But one thing which is very, very, very wrong is digital only. What I think the Indiana Jones is also digital only, if I'm not wrong. So two games from Xbox Direct are digital only. Yeah, even Indiana Jones. Yeah,
Interesting.
so that's so bad, man. Alan Wake 2 is setting up a trend. It's like the Apple version for gaming industry. Apple
So,
sets the trend and everybody blindly follows it. So I'm so sorry, but this should not be the case. Digital only should not be the case. People who enjoy the game might want to collect it, preserve it. That's the biggest part of making memories, man. If you can't play them after 50 years because, hey, the Xbox lords or Sony lords, they decided they are spending more money on the servers rather than the player count, so they pull the plugs. You're gone. You can't play that anymore, I suppose. So yeah, digital only, very wrong. But I don't know, unless as long as gamers keep buying these, keep supporting them, yeah, they're gonna keep pushing the limits, man. But yeah, that's a very sad trend going on. I hope it stops. I don't know where it will go.
I don't even know if I'll still be around for 50 years, but we'll see what happens. And we have a
Oh my
new
God.
viewer to the podcast. Varsha, hello there. How are you? Thank you for joining the podcast.
Hey, hey, Varsha, man. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, so I'm guessing Hellblade 2 is also going to be around that 8 to 10 hour mark, I suppose. So maybe 20 for completion it. But yeah,
Yeah,
I look forward to it either way. And wait, did they give us a date for this? Yeah, luckily for this one, they gave a date. It'll be on May 21st
May 21st.
for
Yeah.
Xbox Series and PC. So, yay for me. Let's see. Anyways, moving on. This was, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but apparently Elden Ring, or maybe perhaps from software added a DLC package to Steam on January 10th, and it was, and people are like, oh my god, the DLC is almost here. And then, well, they didn't specify what DLC it was. There was no name, there was just some number, so who knows? It's up to anyone's guess now. And we have another new viewer called Joker. Hey man, thank you for joining the podcast.
Hey,
Welcome.
hey, Joker. Thank you for joining.
That's why digital games higher than physical games price. It varies actually. Some digital games are cheaper than physical games. Depends on the studio.
I think for most of the cases, right? I think where the Joker's intention is, it's it's coming from the platform, right? The digital games are available only through certain platforms, say like PlayStation Store for PlayStation. You can't buy it in any other store, right? So they have complete control on the game's life cycle, as I said earlier. Um, i- all of a sudden, for example, right, the best example is the Last of Us 2 upgrade path. It came out for 500 rupees. I think, if I'm not wrong, it's still available.
Yes,
You
it is.
can, if you have the Last of Us Part 2 physical disc for PS4, you can just pay 500 rupees, and when you insert your PS4 disc, you are basically playing the PS5 version. So, and it's completely up to the platform. They don't. It's monopoly, man. They don't have any other They don't even support other platforms. Imagine you can buy PlayStation games on Steam and playing through Steam library on your PlayStation 5. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Never. I don't think it will ever even happen. So yeah, that's the reason I would say for most of the digital games to have the highest price. But they do have here and there drops. I would say if you want to have consistent pricing discounts, physical, you'll see more and more because it's up to the retailers. It's not the platform. It's not the developers. It's not the publishers. It's not the studios. It's the retailers give out the discounts. So the more retailers have it, the more competition, and if they want to clear their stocks, they offer more offers. That's basically more competition, more offers. No competition, no offers.
It's a good thing you elaborated. Otherwise, I would have said that you can play PlayStation games on Steam. Yes,
Yeah,
luckily
yeah,
said,
yeah,
luckily you said you can't play the Steam games on your
yeah,
PlayStation.
yeah,
Right? Okay. Ah, almost got you. Almost got you.
yeah,
But I think Yashwan's point is valid. And besides, physical discs they just make the games and give them a sort of set price. But
yeah,
then again, it's up to the distributors to how many volume they're distributing. The more they distribute, the less people can buy in bulk. So resellers will buy in bulk and sell them at a lower price and stuff like that. So yeah, that stuff is there. So digital is completely up to the control of both Microsoft and Sony. So that's why digital is just fixed. And they do not want to choose regional pricing because obviously many people exploit that. I mean, people already
yeah,
exploited Turkey. Everyone started creating Turkey PSN accounts and buying games from their store, and Sony saw that influx of people coming in from other countries and buying game from the Turkish store. So unfortunately, because of people, they ended up increasing the prices regionally for people over there, which is very harsh on the people of Turkey. They must be
yeah,
cursing us right now. But yeah, and second, obviously, second cheapest was, I think it was Argentina. I don't think it was Argentina, but at the moment, I think it's India. So yeah, I mean, even before back, I think in the PlayStation 3 days, CDs were, I mean, game prices were cheaper here in India.
yeah, yeah.
So people also use that same exploit to buy games from India itself. So
They
they
export
increase,
it to other countries. Yeah,
yeah. So they increase the prices, didn't provide us the regional pricing. I think Steam is the only one who has regional pricing, but they themselves have also increased the prices a bit, not to
yeah.
complete maximum, but still they increased it. It's not as low as before. So yeah, that is why sometimes or many times physical is cheaper and digital is more expensive. As moving on, sources have told VGC that Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope sold nearly 3 million copies and it is performing roughly in line with the historical performance of the first game. I haven't played any of the three games, so I won't know, but good for
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
I should definitely get a Nintendo sometime. I don't know when.
Too
Uh,
costly in India.
and Joker asked GTA 6 release date production, both of you. We cannot produce a release statement, we can only predict it. So, yeah, predict. When can we predict it? Uh, I don't know.
I think they
Summer?
said 2025, right? They said
Summer.
2025, and
Summer. I'll just
the
give it
best
summer.
time I've seen, yeah, Summer Game Fest have a final kind of trailer. I think, and then immediately after that, you could launch your game. That seems fair. Yeah.
Summer. So, yeah, summer 2025. Anyways, Pankaj is back. Hey, man, long time no see. How have you been?
Hey, Pankaj, how's it going?
Yes, what do you think about Suicide Squad PS5 after yesterday developers and game stream? Don't like it, man. Not at all. Hmm.
Me
Uh,
neither. Didn't even bother to check the gameplay or the trailer. Sorry about that.
yeah, not up my alley. I mean, shooting games in general don't excite me, and in fact, I'm playing co-op with my friends in GTA Online. They do the shooting if some enemy is unfortunate enough to end up
Sneaks
next to
up.
me,
Yeah.
or fortunate enough for me. What I do is I just punch them, and they
Ah.
die. One punch man, bam, and he's dead. So
One by
yeah.
one.
But then again, for the odds of that is very less because I've probably died 9 times before I get the one chance to punch that guy. So it's. But anyways, I mean, it never even appealed to me when they first showed it. So nah, I don't think much about the game. Yeah. Anyway, Street Fighter 6 has sold over 3 million copies worldwide. Yay! Waiting, everyone is probably waiting for Tekken, but yeah,
Yeah,
great
yeah.
sales number. Anyways, Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince shipments and digital sales has surpassed 1 million copies. Nice. And Joker asked GTA 6 price. We are not Rockstar, man, but I'm guessing somewhere in 70-80 range. $70, $80 as usual, I guess.
Yeah, it's safe to assume 70 is for sure. That's
Yeah,
pretty standard for now.
that's a base price.
And
Yeah.
that's a base price. I think the standard edition is going to be for sure minimum $70. And I think collector's edition, deluxe edition, all the editions you might get, they should go 500, no doubt, $500. if I'm not wrong. That's GTA 6, man. That's a decade um, defying game grab. All this, they are going to set so many examples, I suppose, with the technology and
Records,
storytelling again. So
records.
yeah, records for sure. Yes. So safe to say there will be as many editions as they want, and people will still buy it.
Thing is, Rockstar has never actually made a collector's edition for any of the GTA games. So maximum I
That
think they'll
might be
do,
changing.
maximum they'll do is maybe produce a deluxe or premium edition.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know what else they'll do with that. But anyways, moving on. As I previously said, Pal World is already there on Game Pass, but
yeah.
apparently it has still sold over 2 million copies in 24 hours, and there are
Yeah.
812,000 concurrent players on Steam. It is already in the top 10 of the most concurrent players of all time, and it's on the trajectory to surpass
Wow,
Baldur's Gate 3 and Hogwarts Legacy. So GG to Pal World.
that's awesome, man. Yeah, I've heard so many good things about this PAL world. I think this is like the first contender for the game of the year for 2024. I've even heard that. So we haven't even completed the first month of 2024, and we have a contender for game of the year. So that's good, man. That's really good. Starting the year with a good game, and I am happy for the developers.
Yeah. A comment from Varsha saying, is there a worry that Indiana Jones might becomes Xbox Uncharted or will it be distinct enough in more ways and similar? I mean, the start of the podcast itself, we were
Yeah,
talking about this only. That's what the thing is. Uncharted has set such a bar that any
yeah.
treasure hunting game, which is like a AAA treasure hunt, search the world for stuff that isn't even real kind of thing, is like Uncharted. It's always compared to Uncharted. In fact, even when the Tomb Raider reboot came out, they were like Tomb Raider is going in uncharted territory and stuff like that. So it's tough. It's tough to make a distinguish, but I think they were smart enough to make the move of making it first person.
Yeah.
So that is the first main distinguisher, I guess. So yeah, that is the most uh, biggest this thing, I guess.
I think the
And
whip is going to be the whiplash,
yeah, the whip is going to be a
the
weapon.
weapon, the unique one. I don't know how they are going to use it, but make it seem its own thing. Like, don't rely too much. Don't try to compare it to Uncharted. It's going to be. I think it's inevitable. It's going to happen unintentionally. That's for sure. Like, hey man, the Uncharted has so much fauna. It had the traversal was really good. The gameplay was good. The cutscenes were good. Of course, there's going to be comparison, but this is first person. This is Indiana Jones, some old dude. Also, that's one different thing. This guy is fighting for the museum collection. The Uncharted, that Nathan Drake was for his own riches, I suppose. So the morality also is a bit different. Why the game's happening, I suppose. So yeah, enough distinctions for now. But people, I'll just say one example where people thought for Hogwarts Legacy that it's going to be just one waving, one control, press X or something. But people were surprised on how good the gameplay was initially. So I think yeah, don't have expectations. I suppose just think of it as another game you want to play, and you won't be disappointed for sure.
Yeah, the whip just gave me all PTSD, like back to childhood days. So yeah, the whip was like, oh my god, wow. All
Yeah,
the memes and all the childhood experiences just came flooding to me as soon as I saw the whip action, and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
nice. Someone decided to bring their childhood into this. But okay, yeah. But anyways, yeah, first person, it's got whip, and I'm sure there'll be many of distinguished and people will definitely will make comparisons to Uncharted. Oh, this is Uncharted. That.
yeah,
But then again, it's at the end of the day, it's what people want to play that enjoy. Another
yeah.
big difference is that Uncharted is not on Xbox and Indiana Jones is not on PlayStation. So that's another big distinction, or my English is slipping. But anyways, Bilal's alt has been found. He's come from another account. Looks like he has more than one YouTube account. So hello, Bilal. Thank you for joining us.
I think
And
Hungry Wolf says GTA Collector's Edition for Android. Ah, for sure, man, for sure, for sure. Expect.
the
I played San Andreas on my Lenovo K3 Note when in 2015. So yeah, I expect GTA 6 to be on Android.
well, GTA 5 should come on that first. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, Varsha asks also people love playing games that require grinding. That's probably why Palworld is catching on thoughts. Not many people like grinding. I know that for a fact. Unless, of course, they are big trophy hunters, or
Yeah,
that
yeah.
process of grinding is enjoyable enough and like something you can do AFK. Because trust me, I have grinded uh, hundreds of hours in Gran Turismo 7. I have to do. And it's not simple. I have to do a 30-minute race every single time for money. So it gets very mundane very fast. I must tell you that. And yeah, I mean, not many people really like grinding. It might vary
I think
depending.
grinding in open world might seem different than grinding in linear progression stories because there's nothing
Could be.
much you can do. But in open world, best example, Elden Ring. Grinding doesn't seem grinding. You are going grinding for a purpose
Yes.
because you want to be OP, you want to single shot a boss or something like that. So, yeah, grinding seems it comes with a purpose in Elden Ring in open world. It feels different than normal grinding. So, I think yeah, depends on what game you are playing for sure. But I've grinded a lot, man, for the Platinum for Last of Us, the multiplayer. Oh my God, I hated that. It was so tough, the multiplayer trophy. But yeah, I had to grind through it. But yeah, thankfully there is a community who basically helps people to get Platinum for Last of Us. So I joined their community. They helped me through get to that process. I discovered that pretty late into the process. So I was pretty happy that this existed. But I was angry that I didn't know earlier before I spent tens of hours playing multiplayer. So good thing. But yeah, it's deep. When you're grinding for trophy, I think it feels different than when you're grinding for a boss. It's like grinding for a trophy is something at the end of the tunnel kind of thing. Boss is, yeah, you have many bosses. You can keep grinding. You can keep beating the achievement. The satisfaction feels different, I suppose. But yeah, there are two sides, I would say.
Yeah. Good thing about Elden Ring is that there's no monotony to grinding, because when you actually try to grind, you end up dying plenty of times. So, and yeah, like Yashan said, it depends on the game. So, but then again, I think Palworld's biggest success, or the fact that many people are interested, is because one, it resembles Pokemon way too much. I mean, they are just a little bit. They're on thin ice, man. They're just like they're just one slip away from Nintendo lawyers suiting up and going to court. So it's. I mean, when I saw the trailer, I'm like, oh my god, these creatures look so much like real Pokemon. I mean, how is Nintendo not doing anything about this? But yeah, they look like Pokemon. People want a Pokemon game in 3D in a huge display. I mean, it's about time because people have mostly been playing it only on handhelds and the Switch and stuff like that. So it's, I think, it's high time that people wanted something that they want to see on the big screen. And the second aspect is the fact that they can use guns. Yes, Nurika. So yeah, who doesn't want their pets to use guns? So yeah, it's basically like having Pokemon in Fortnite or something. I don't know. That's just the analogy I'll give. So maybe that's why it's so popular. You can just have your pet shoot down people, and then of course there's the dark side of it where you're supposed to survive. It's not like necessarily catching stuff and all. You build a base, you survive in it. It's more related to arc survival evolved. So there's more stuff to do in it, and in fact, for your food, you end up eating your own pals. So, eh,
No, no, no.
yeah. In fact, before the podcast started, someone actually posted a video, I think a reel, where one of the players playing, he tried throwing one of those Pokeball like things at another player, and he actually ended up catching him. Like,
Uh,
what? This is becoming more. This is becoming like more like. America than it actually is. But yeah,
Hungry Wolf. Yeah.
go ahead.
Let me cover that. Hungry Wolf says there is a whole genre of games where grinding is the only objective. Example:
It's in
Amazing
cultivator.
Cultivation Simulator. Nice. All right, there goes your hours.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. But what she says, I don't think Nintendo will go after them. They didn't go after Temtem. You may not know. Nintendo can do
They'll try
whatever.
everything, I suppose. Maybe they'll try everything internally, and if not, they don't. If they're about to lose, they don't do it publicly.
I mean, I don't know how what it takes to offend them or not. It's just completely up to them, I guess. And then Aisha says Twitch and YouTube was full of Palworld today. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
obviously it's a big
yeah,
game. It's most concurrent. 812,000 people have played. Surprising.
yeah.
And we have just Kami here for the first time. Hey
Hey
man,
man,
welcome
hey,
to the
just come
podcast.
TM.
That comment
Uh,
is for you, man. Read it out.
Hello Yesvanth, I'm Yesvanth. Hey man, awesome. Thank you, Yesvanth, for joining. Yeah.
He's just trolling you. You know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just Kami. Change your name, man. Yeah, I already told you the reason, but you still don't want to change the name. But okay. Anyways, yeah, Aishwarya surprised. He's like, oh my god, Jay is in the house. Yes, he is. Angry Wolf says, yay, Temtem. So yeah, he's one of the guys who knows everything. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, so Palworld currently has 370,000 concurrent players on Steam and it's also available on Game Pass. I
Yeah.
should play it someday, and I feel the urge to make my pals have guns, I guess. So wrong saying it, my pal has a gun, uses guns. Anyways, moving on. The Elder Scrolls Online has surpassed 24 million players, and the independent game of the year, Sea of Stars. The physical version is going to be launching on May 10th. Yeah, May 10th.
And yeah,
So yeah, so it'll be available as a physical disc for PlayStation 5, Xbox, and was it there
Switch
for
as well.
Switch? Yeah, also for Switch, yes.
Yeah.
Because who makes CDs for PC anymore?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was the time. That was the time. Yes, yes. Anyways, moving on. Foam Stars, basically Fortnite with foam, according to me. No one else said it. It's me. Quote me on it. So yeah, that is launching on February 6th on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. It will be coming to PlayStation Plus as well. So yeah, you can go ahead and start playing it. But then again, it completely depends on people who are still willing to subscribe after all of this nonsense. But yeah,
That is so true. Yeah, yeah. I think
uh,
before we continue, Varsha says, but true, you never know Nintendo. The very fact that their first party games are still logged in their platform only means anyone trying to copy their games might face Nintendo dog's wrath. Oh my god, that is so
Nintendo's.
good. Yeah, everybody knows Nintendo is pretty infamous, notorious even for their control of the IPs. They're pretty close for them, like Disney and their characters.
Mickey Mouse.
Don't
Mickey
mess
Mouse is
with
no worries.
Disney IPs and Nintendo IPs, man. The lawyers will be back.
You can mess with the original Mickey Mouse though.
Yes, yes, yes. It is public domain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steam Wiley Mickey or something, I think it's called. Yeah.
Yes.
Steamroll Miley or yeah.
Steam Mickey. Yeah, he was the first one anyway.
Steamboat Wiley or something. Yeah.
Willy. I think it's Willy, not Wiley. But yeah,
Really.
anyways.
Yeah.
Black and Mouse Mickey. That's all I can say.
Yes. With buttons.
Yeah. But yeah, Nintendo, of course, they're very. They love their franchises a lot. They don't like anyone else copying them. That's why we have PALs instead of Pokemon and stuff like that. But we'll have to
Yeah.
see what's the limit of trying to keep poking Nintendo till they do something. So this is one of our
Yeah,
guys.
I actually Hungry Wolf says now Foam Stars is the game I thought Nintendo will go after. Exactly. What was that?
Splatoon,
Splatoon?
Splatoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Splatoon. I was surprised that to not see nothing from Nintendo. They were like, I don't know, they're turning, not giving our right, turning our heads, anything. But I was pretty surprised how Foam Stars got away. I think I don't know. Maybe uh, it's unique enough to be its own game, and maybe the idea was game derived from Splatoon, I suppose. But for sure, yeah, the traversal and everything. But my God, yeah, man, I thought. foam stars will have a time with Nintendo lawyers, but no, nothing. I suppose maybe we'll have something with the game launches officially. I don't know. Maybe it's like letting that TikToker steal all that from Walmart for $3,000 worth and then catching her so that she can actually go to a jail. Like that kind of thing might be Nintendo pulling here. I don't know. I just wild guesses here, but still, yeah. Foam stars. Maybe it's unique enough. We'll know more when we see more and more gameplay and when we get hands on it. I guess.
Yes. By the way, hello Sanjay. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for joining us. How are you
Hey,
doing?
Sanjay.
Yeah. So I think maybe Nintendo is not yet threatened by these. I guess. Yeah. Perhaps if they make enough, if they get enough followers or fans or sales numbers and stuff like that, maybe they'll start being like, okay, this is getting out of hand. Who knows? Maybe Nintendo thinks they're too much on.
Maybe they already reviewed it and I was like, no, yeah, here's Nintendo's approval that you're not infringing on copyrighted stuff, I suppose.
I don't know. Maybe I think they just gave them a thin line to tread on, and
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Let's see what happens. Anyway, Square Enix said that they used Mid-Journey to create the album covers for the music track in Foam Stars. Yeah, this is the third time AI is being mentioned by game studios. So, they said, and I quote, in terms of the content in the game, this makes up about 0.01 percentage or even less. But we
Hmm.
have dabbled in it by creating these icons in this game. So, yeah, uh, I guess that AI is now being even used by game developers themselves. Okay.
It's only a matter of time, man. To be honest, I used it for my work. I never thought I would use AI, but all of a sudden I wanted to get something done pretty fast, and I was like, "We have AI, generative AI. Thank God for generative AI." I just got there, got the thing done, and yeah, it's pretty. I was surprised on how good or how accurate the response is. If you just Google the same question, right, in Google search engine, you get bunch of links, not even related to sometimes. For my thing, it didn't even give anything relevant, but with the Chat GPT version, I think I was using Azure's Chat GPT, and it was so accurate and trying to understand what I'm trying to ask, and it gave me the exact answer I'm looking for. So yeah, if it helps, I think generative AI or AI in general needs to be an enabler, not completely what you rely on, depend on. It's just an enabler. You have to use the technology. If you are not using the technology, you will be left behind, for sure. Update yourself. That's what we have to do to stay relevant, man.
Yeah. By a Hungry Wolf, the GIF master cannot post GIFs on YouTube, unfortunately. So, yeah, you can expect his GIFs in Discord. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl launches September 5th, 2024 on Xbox Series and PC. Also available Game Pass. Day one on Game Pass.
Day one. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, hats off to the studio for finally getting the game done. Because, of course, they've gone through the entire situation between Ukraine and Russia. They had to abandon the office. Many of the developers had to go to join the army. Unfortunately, one or two of them have lost their lives. But
Yeah.
yeah, in the end, they finally have created the game. So kudos to the team. The next is Frostpunk 2 launches in the first half of 2024 on PC and will be later on 2024 in Xbox Series and PS5. Once again, it's coming to Game Pass, but not day one. As you know, Persona 3 Reload is coming day one to Game Pass, but it'll be launching February 2nd on Xbox One, Series X and S, PS4 and 5, and PC. So yeah, people who want to pay for it can buy it. The next is Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown Deluxe Edition is coming to Nintendo Switch on July 11th. And for those of you who don't know already, the game is available on Xbox, PS, and PC. Yes,
Yeah.
quite an old game if I do say so myself. There's no PS5 version,
Yeah.
only PS4. Yes, and HLSS Discord awaits Stein arrival. I know now. After this is done, if I go into random chat, it'll just be a string of GIFs. Oh my god. But yeah, that's what you're there for. Uh, Moving on, Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Demon Hunters is coming to Xbox One, Series X and S, PS4 and PS5 on February 20th. It's already on PC. Next is Ubisoft has announced a game called Battlecore Arena. The first playtest is
Yeah,
set for February 1st to 5th. I don't know what the hell it is. Maybe I'll know later on.
it's an
Diablo.
arena where you battle.
Fair enough. Yes, yes. It's right
Yeah,
there in the name. How could I miss it? Oh,
I'm on time. Yes, on
yes,
time.
yes. And you did it for yourself. Kudos to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody
Well,
has to do it.
yeah, unfortunately, I can't do it because if I do, then the screen will
Yeah,
disappear. Kudos to you for that. Anyways, moving on. Diablo 4 Season 3, Season of the Construct launches on January 23rd. Oh boy, I didn't play Diablo after I completed the main campaign. And already 2 seasons are
you
over.
love Diablo 4 a lot. You couldn't stop talking about Diablo 4 for two, three podcasts straight.
Yeah, that's because I spent, I think, around 90 plus hours in that game. And I
Mm.
completed the campaign. But then after that, I was like, "Oh, I don't want to play the seasons anymore. I'm just going to stop it there." Anyways, moving on. Ziggurat and Poppyworks have released an official Slave Zero X mod for Quake Remastered. The mod includes 6 levels, 5 weapons, and an original soundtrack. You can download the mod on console and PC in the mod menu of the main menu in the game. I have to be specific.
Yep,
Anyways, the physical version of Tunic for Xbox is now available at Fangamer. I don't know what website that is. I've just heard of it now.
me too.
Once
Yeah.
maybe I'll notify you when it's available in India. Till then, we'll see. Then next thing is the last DLC for Rock Band 4 drops on January 25th. Man, this game is almost 10 years old. Rock Band
Yeah.
4 launched on October 6th of
6th to
2015.
2015.
Oh my
Nice.
god, damn. Still supporting it. GG to the team for doing so.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
then. Uh, Moving on. Test. Who comes up with these names, man?
This is not a drill.
And game either ways. Uncle says AJ, Ralph, Innocent, Await, and Final Fantasy 16. I know that very well. I'm waiting for a complete edition with all the DLCs included. I'm trying to be patient, so don't ruin my patience. Okay? I don't want to spend. I'm already saving up for Dragon's Dogma 2. And it's very hard to save up for it, if I should be honest. Anyways, moving on. Test. A game from Mojiken Studios, the ones who made a space for Unbound, have shadow dropped the game on Steam. And it's free. The link to the game is down in the description below, so you can go ahead, click it, and claim it. Enjoy it.
Hmm.
So, yeah, moving on.
Maybe it's a test on humans, so they made it free. Who knows?
If that was the test, then I guess they have passed because the first thing I did was I was added it to my Steam library. So yeah,
Ah, that's nice, nice. Yeah. You passed the first test in test.
yes, obviously. Next test is to see if I have the will to play the game. Who knows? Maybe someday, sometime. Yeah, but anyways, moving on. The Elder Scrolls Castles.
You don't know when you'll play.
It's unfortunate, very
Let's go.
unfortunate. Let's go. Yes, you keep playing the soundboard. That'll be fun. Yeah.
I want to use those, yes.
Anyways, the Elder Scrolls Castles. Apparently, it is the Fallout Shelter version of the Elder Scrolls Online, or not online, just the Elder Scrolls. But Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
Castles is now available for pre-registration. So yeah, if you like Fallout Shelter but wanted something in the Skyrim like universe, I guess you can pre-register now. And then the studio called Rebel Wolves have confirmed on Twitter or X that Dawn Walker will be their debut game. Still haven't heard about it.
Hmm.
I haven't seen it. Perhaps in the future.
Yeah.
The next thing is Until Dawn movie is in the works. Oh my god! So a movie for Until
Wow.
Dawn.
Yeah. I think that's a unique. Wow, that has potential, man. Let's see how this pans out. But I don't want Chris Pratt to be in that movie for sure. Or
Yeah.
Tom Holland, please, guys, stay away from this. It's not your kind of movie. So, let this gaming franchise, be its own good one. And yeah, I think Until Dawn movie, I would definitely watch it.
Until Dawn. Until Dawn reminds me of some other very popular game that only had one part. They wanted a second one. I forgot the name of the game. Maybe when I remember it next time. Anyways, that movie is coming up. Anyways, moving on. The Ubisoft Plus apparently is getting some updates. So
Mm.
it's being split into Ubisoft Plus Premium, which is $18 per month, approximately 1,500 rupees. It'll be consisting of day one releases, with, and it'll have both PC access and premium editions of the games. And the next thing is Ubisoft Plus Classic on PC. That'll be $8 per month, or approximately 665 rupees. And it is a curated selection of back catalog and live games. And I'm not subscribing to either one of them. Buying
Me
their games,
neither.
buying those games itself is a big deal nowadays. So yeah, I'm not subscribing. Anyways,
Good
moving
one.
on. Hungry
Yeah.
Wolf says there are all teenagers in Until Dawn, so we are safe. Okay, thank God. Uh,
Yeah. I'm not so sure, man. Tom Holland, please. Yeah, no.
yeah, he can act as a teenager, so we're
Yeah,
still not safe.
I don't want that.
What other young kids do we have as stars? I don't know. I'm not following Hollywood that much anymore. Angry Wolf
Timothy
was
Chalamet?
maybe, I don't know.
Uh,
Let's just hope they don't mess up with the cast. But yeah,
yeah.
Angry Wolf asked the Quarry. Not really, man. It's not Quarry. It's something else. It's another. I think apart. It's another game where there are zombies or something in it. You ride a bike. That's all I remember from it. And I think it was also part of PS Plus collection. Not sure. Uh,
Oh, right. Oh, right. You ride a bike. Oh my God, how can I forget the name?
like, same way I forgot the name. You forgot that.
Oh, right. It's the director, the game director was like, it's because of you guys, we are not going to get the second part of it. You didn't support it when it mattered, and it's too late for you
Yeah,
to support it right now. Yeah.
yeah. What is the game?
Ah, right. I think Hungry Wolf will be here in few
Yes,
seconds, but he will get the answer. Oh my God, how can I forget that?
the same way I forgot it. Like I told you, it's
Oh,
ages since I.
right.
It just slipped my mind. So yeah,
Yeah,
those of you who can kind of guess the game with our descriptions, kindly do so. Let us know in the comments.
yeah.
Days gone. Oh
He's
yeah,
gone.
so yes,
I was waiting for Hungry Wolf's reply.
yes, days
Yes,
gone.
yes,
Yes.
yes. Yeah, good one, man. Good one. Yeah.
Oh
Days
God,
gone.
that's.
Yes.
Oh my God.
All right. That was a roller coaster. Yeah, how can we forget? That's a good game, man. I have many people, when the PS5 was actually launched, right? Many people told me their first game was Days Gone. I was surprised. I never even heard about that. And they said, like, oh my God, I'm going to platinum this game. I love this game so much. And when I saw the news, like, you guys are not supporting this when it mattered, it's too late, kind of thing. But yeah, Days Gone should definitely get a sequel. But who knows? It might not. And a movie. Uh, is a movie going to happen? I think we have many zombie movies. I don't know how it's going to make stand out, I suppose. Bike riding might not be the only thing if we go with that. Yeah, I hope we see a sequel to Days Gone. At least a movie. If a movie is released and if it becomes a true, very good success movie, we might get a sequel for Days Gone 2 game.
Yeah, no, I think even Sony declined that they will not. There won't be any more sequels for that, I guess. So yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
Anyways, Rockstar's parent company Take Two has filed a trademark dispute over Remedy's new logo, claiming that the logo is similar. That was what is the big thing that was happening in the middle of the week. But apparently, there was recently an update. A
Yeah.
Remedy representative told on Twitter that there is nothing to see here. This is a discussion between our teams that was resolved entirely and amicably late last year. So I don't know why they had to do this. If there,
Yeah, he continues. No, he continues in the same tweet saying that
yeah,
the legal filing was simply an initial formality and Remedy and Take to continue to work together in partnership. Yeah, I think yeah, maybe it's basically if the lawyers are they don't have any work, they are like, hey man, Chuma, I'm going to file a case on you. You reject it. We both get paid for this not unnecessary thing. So we both are employed kind of thing. So they're like, yeah, yeah, go ahead, man. Let's file it. Keep ourselves busy. It sounds like that, man. You see that the way he responds to that news is, it's just some formality stuff. Why do you even do that when it's just a normal thing? I don't know, but yeah,
Just,
but that seems really. Yeah, this seems more possible than what the rep says.
I mean, this looks like to me like some sort of sibling fight. They both
Yeah.
fight. People are like, "Oh no, we all saw this. Let's tell the parents." And then they're both like, "Oh no, we'll get caught if we tell the parents." Shake hands, forget about it. No, no, this is just
Uh,
normal. Just carry on. Nothing to see here.
Normal stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Hungry Wolf says if Days Gone movie is made, it will probably include Chris Pratt. He's the right age.
Oh my God.
Okay, doesn't need a movie. No one said anything about a movie. Let's forget it exists. Anyways, I was supposed to do a little bit of research on this guy, but unfortunately I didn't have the time. But anyways, Matt Piscatella has stated that subscription growth has flattened and sub-services on consoles and PC platforms account for only 10% of the total video game content spending in the US. Okay, so he's only checking it in the US. I get that some people want to protect their preferred model, but the idea is that subs will become dominant is unsupported by data. Yes, I want to agree with him on many fronts, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem that way. Because the amount of people seeing, like, you know what, it's been so long since this game came out, I'll wait till it comes on the sub. Or
Yeah.
like in our
Yeah.
server, everyone is like, buy Shifu, be the sacrificial goat. Buy Shifu, we'll get it on PS Plus extra next month. Yeah,
Oh my God. Yeah.
yeah, not happening. It's Varsha has said, posted a comment. She says, "Speaking of cancelled games, will we ever see the final Half Life? Well, while Gabe is still alive, literally has to be the best cliffhanger ever." Uh,
Uh,
well, I guess Gabe was making Half Life games when he didn't get a complete life running Steam. I guess so. Now that he's
yeah.
got a complete life, he doesn't want any more Half Lives. Who knows?
Oh my God. Wait. Give me 1 second. Oh, there you go.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think they recently released a VR version of the game
VR version. Yeah.
called Half Life Alex something.
Half-Life Alex, exactly. And that was very successful as well. So any game in a Half-Life franchise, it's so good, well written, well executed. And yeah, I think it could be his swan song. I don't know. Gabe, the final version is like, I have to complete this before I pass on, kind of thing.
Yes.
What JJ, what is this guy? George R. R. Martin for Ice and Cold, a
Yeah.
song of a dance of a
George
song of Ice
R.
and Cold. Yeah, Ice and Water or something. Yeah. So I think it's the same kind of level. This guy is busy, that guy is busy, so nobody's getting the job done. But yeah, there are fans who are waiting. Like Varsha and so many people, the fans of the franchise, I would say. I think it's a huge one, man. And Gabe knows that they have a solid franchise, solid IP in their hands, and they don't want to rush into any game if they are not confident with the stuff they have right now, or they are working the things out. But I would be surprised to say that there is nothing behind the scenes going on with Half-Life in Gabe's mind. So yeah, I think it's no doubt it's a big IP, a successful IP. So there will be, but maybe it's not so.
Yeah, Angry Old says Gabe Newell actually has a joke in Dota 2. You killed more than two people in less than four. Okay.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Dude, what is more than two and less than four, man?
What? You have killed more than two people and less than four. What is that?
What is greater than two and less than four, man?
Three.
Huh.
What is three? A Half-Life
Yeah.
3 is the third part. Is like the three is the Half-Life sequel that everybody's waiting.
Yes, yes. Oh,
Ah, okay.
okay, well,
I was counting Half-Life Alyx
yeah.
as the Okay,
Okay,
makes sense.
the joke
It's just
just
the beer.
actually no
It died
Anirudh.
out. I killed the joke. I killed the joke.
Anirudh, yeah, perfect, yeah. But Anirudh, it's not like he refuses to say three. The joke just flew over his head. Just
Yeah.
Yesvanth things. It just flew over his head. So yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways. And Varsha says if anyone can convince Gabe, it's AJ. Oh,
Ah.
why the sudden confidence in me? What the hell did I do? I can't convince anybody. I can't even convince my sister to sit and play a game with me. How can I convince a guy who owns Steam to make a game? Oh my god. But yeah, anyways, no offense, but I think that people, I mean, Gabe not releasing Half Life 3 is him suddenly telling, try and get a life instead of waiting for Half Life.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
He never said it, man. That's what I'm saying. What do you mean I remember said
No,
it?
I thought somewhere he did mention something like, "Hey, it's not gonna happen. Don't wait for this." In those lines, I think he said something in those lines.
I don't know. I don't know what he says, man. Only time I remember Gabe is whenever my brother comes into the room. There's a Steam sale. He comes in and he's like, Alan Gabe. And he goes, I'm like, what? Okay. He does this very frequently, because whenever he sees some, he's always, I don't know, he just,
That is
he's,
a good tradition. Whenever there's a sale, your brother comes into your room and shouts, "Alan Cave."
yeah. And if there's like
That's so
some,
good.
and of course, lower prices on PC and stuff, and it's like, PC Master Race, Alan Gabe. And I'm like,
Yeah,
and today he came, he only had
good,
10
good,
minutes.
good energy. Yeah.
Yeah, he had only 30 minutes or something to play today because he's so busy with life. He came and wanted to try out GTA Online and told him to sign in to Rockstar. He spent his entire 10 minutes trying to find out if he even had a Rockstar account.
Rockstar account.
And he's like, you know what, I'm just going to play in your account. So he played in my account, stopped it halfway and left. And then he's like, who the hell came up with consoles, man? It's so frustrating. Like, dude, it is for people who just want to play immediately. And I'm sorry you chose GTA Online. You could have played so many other games, but no.
It's the sign ups, man. It's the sign up that you should blame.
Yeah, it's a side up. But either way, when he still played the mission, he left halfway because he was too busy. And he's like, oh, Brad can't. Like, he doesn't get the idea. I cannot blame him. After all, what else can you say to a guy who comes and says Alan Gabe every time?
Eh, That's a good point. Good point.
Yeah,
Aishwarya Malata says Ishwan needs to play Fall Guys with us. Too much logic in the head.
yes.
Oh my God, my friends tell me, man. Okay, there's an inside joke within my university mates. It's called something like a fuzzy logic in computing, neural networks. When we are studying this subject, I use some complex method to answer one question, and it's some of the technology. It's one neural network called the fuzzy logic or something. And people sometimes, if I do some complicated analysis, people tell me, "Ha, that's his fuzzy analysis, fuzzy logic."
Yeah.
It's an inside joke, but yeah. Oh God, I should be there. Let's have Fall Guys. Yeah, I think it makes sense.
First, you get some time, then we'll think about Fall Guys.
Yes,
Getting him to
yes.
play anything is a big miracle these days. Well, anyways, moving on. Varsha says I'm terrible in Fall Guys. I stopped playing it, although I find those characters adorable.
Hmm.
I'd buy a life-size Fall Guy hug pillow. Okay, they're
They're so
called
cute, man. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
they're called beans, by the way. And
It's
you should definitely play with like from with everyone in our server. It'll be more fun actually.
yeah.
There's only one guy who is good. Yes. Uh,
Until
I,
Yeshwant enters.
no, no, no. I mean,
Until Yeshwant enters.
no.
There can only be one good person.
Good in the sense, isn't too good in the game. I mean, personally, because of him, I hate crocodiles now.
Ah,
Yeah, Aishwarya can also testify. We after that entire session with him, we ended up hating crocodiles
okay,
because
okay.
because he wears a crocodile outfit and he wins every single game, and we're like, damn that
Uh,
crocodile.
okay, okay, okay. That makes sense.
So yeah, so Varsha, don't think that you're horrible at Fall Guys. We all are horrible at Fall Guys. It's in the name itself. You're supposed to fall down.
Fall down, yes.
So yeah, yeah,
That's part of the fun.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's part of the fun. So yeah, we should join some ICG sessions sometimes.
yeah,
But
yeah.
currently, everyone is too occupied playing GTA Online and doing heist or
No,
heist, according to Bilal.
let's market this. Let's do it 1 month from now, and every week once or twice I'll post a tweet reminding saying that, hey, we are going to host a Fall Guys event, a session, ICG server. So if you want to have some fun, of course it will be on Saturday or Sunday. So let's do it. Let's build up to the hype, and then let's see how many people, 5 people, 10 people, doesn't matter. If they want to have fun, yes, we'll have it. So yeah, let's build up to that. Why not? I think Fall Guys is free, and you don't even need online PS Plus to play that. So everything is perfect. Why not?
Yeah, that's what we do. We also hype it up a lot, and at the end of the day, 5, 6 people only end up joining. And we can't play
Hmm.
more than one round. That's very unfortunate. But yeah, we need at least 20 people to have a solo smash that will last 3 or 4 rounds. But yeah. Anyways, we'll see. Anyways, moving on. Aishwarya says join us in Fall Guys for random games on weekends. Most of us are noobs. Only Kisan J and SPMCTS are pro. Yes, luckily SP. I don't. I can't say the name. I will say SP. He did not log in last time, so yes, it was okay. J. He's like that. He's like there's a term in cars called sleepers. Basically, on the exterior, they look like very basic cars, but they have modified engines and all that stuff put into them. So
Right, right, right.
immediately they blast off in a race. So Jay is the sort of sleeper. He has the very default skin, just pink color, but he wins around. And Kisan, thank you for reminding Aishwarya, it's Kisan. Yes, Karnat Farm, the crocodile head. Oh my god. So yeah, our member Karnat Farm, shout out to him, being the Fall Guys pro. That guy has one stage so memorized, he does it like that. And I'm like, how is he even
Oh,
doing it?
okay.
But yeah, Kisan, the
Good.
farmer. Yes, the crocodile. I hate the crocodile. Anyways, moving on. Rocksteady Studios founders Stefton Hill and Jamie Walker have started 100 Star Games, a new studio in London. Probably
Hmm.
after seeing how Suicide Squad was quite suicidal.
I think, I'm seeing a pattern here. I'm seeing a trend. The Callisto Protocol dubbed, and the creator of the studio he created, he leaves that and then creates his own another studio. I mean, I don't know what's happening with this, but they're like, yeah, I'm done with that now. So this is new me. Give me funds, all the VCs. This is new energy, new game, new IP, and then how can
Yeah,
they get away with this, man? Then there needs to be some way. But yeah, I'm seeing a trend. They're like, if a game is flopped, they are exiting from their own studio. Sometimes they're creating their own studios again. It's weird, but yeah,
yes.
they need to be held responsible for the games they develop.
And Aishwarya says Jay is the sleeper cell default, but always first. Yes, he is.
Mm.
That's why I try pushing off, but no, it doesn't fall down. It's always karma. Whenever I try to push someone off, I end up falling down instead. I don't know why. That game just hates me. Anyways, moving on. Square Enix CEO Takashi Kiryu has reconfirmed plans to strengthen its internal development and to slim down on the game lineup development and refocus on bigger games. Basically, more Final Fantasy. Who
More
can
Final Fantasy.
who
In
can
terms, read between the lines, Final Fantasy. Yes.
who can say no to more Final Fantasy? I mean,
Yeah.
it's very ironic when you have a game called Final Fantasy and have like 16, 17, 18 in the title. I mean, when is it going to be final? Anyways, moving on. This is the last segment of the podcast, which I always hate, and it's the layoffs. So yeah, CI Games, the makers of Lords of the Fallen, have laid off 10% of its staff. Then Thunderful announces restructuring program which will cut 20% of its workforce. Then Behavior Interactive, the developers of Dead by Daylight and Naughty Bear, have reportedly laid off 45 people at its Montreal office. And the German indie studio Trix, who have made the game called All I Have Is Time, is closing its doors later this year. Very ironic now that you think about it. All I have is time, and the studio is shutting down. I guess they don't have enough time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then 2K owned studio 31st Union lays off a small number of its staff. What's the small number, man? If you're laying off people, it's still bad. What does it mean, small number? It doesn't make us
Small
like you.
number.
And then, of course, what would a layoff session be without mentioning Embracer?
The Embracer, the infamous man. This guy gets a sad horn for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there any fire or rage emoji or something? I will use that. But yeah,
We have quack. We have air horn. We have cricket. We have claps. And then, yeah, they sad and then Badam Dash.
I don't think it search for any of those, so we'll skip it.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so apparently earlier this week the news was that people are speculating that it was a rumor that Embracer might have killed Piranha Bytes, the makers of Gothic and LX. The website was only showing the studio's logo, and the next game that was they were currently developing was no longer listed under the Germany government's game funding. So yeah, obviously
No,
it
I
made
think under their Germany's division of game funding, I suppose.
yeah. So that's what they initially put up. So I
Okay,
immediately
okay.
put it in the layoff session. But there's been an update later in this week, and it was that the German government said that the project is still listed for funding. They just changed the code name to Currywurst.
Reverse.
It's apparently named after a German dish. And donor, I don't know. How do you pronounce the O with the two dots on them? Donor. I don't know, whoever, whatever.
It looks like a O being surprised, like oh, with two dots.
So,
It's like a
yeah, that
emoji sound on it
emoji face, yeah.
with a big mouth. Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I think Embracer is kind of off the hook, maybe. But then again,
Mm,
I have to put the German government under scrutiny for calling it currywurst. Who names a
reverse.
game after their food, man? But anyways,
You're blaming the entire Dragon Ball, man. Their entire characters have vegetables. Food character, Vegeta, Kakarot.
see, you're
Oh my
naming
God,
your
yeah,
that
Piccolo.
it's a pun. It's a pun when you name your game characters after vegetables, but at the same time, when you name the game itself after a food dish, it's not that good. Okay. So, anyways, Hungry Wolf is here to correct me. It's like, oh, doner kebab.
Doner
Now
kebab. Now
I'm
I'm
doner. Okay, it's oh, so doner. Oh, so, yeah. Anyways, he's hungry now. Perfect
Hungry
for his
Wolf is hungry.
hungry. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, Varsha says happy to see many Indian indie games. Raji,
Mm.
Venba, Thirsty Suitors, etc. Not sure if they are created by Indian studios, but nevertheless good games. Yes, of course. I
They
beat.
are, they are.
Yes, they are made by.
Yes.
I have the honor of completing Venba 100%.
Mm.
Yeah,
How was it?
tasty.
Tasty. Oh, wow, that's nice.
But no, yeah, I mean, Venba was very. It's a very South Indian game. It just reminds me of my
Did it stay true to its culture or was it westernized?
100% man. I mean, I had the most fun when I watched some online videos of Westerners playing the game and mispronouncing Italy's and
Uh,
dosas. Uthapam Putu.
without, oh God, no.
Idlis. I'm like, nah, man, nah. Stop butchering the name. Stop butchering the
So,
names.
yeah.
But yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, that was when I was playing Vemba. It was the first time ever that my sister and brother walked into the room. And usually, whenever my brother walks into my room and sees me playing indie games, they're like, "You paid 50,000. Why are you playing this mobile game?"
No, no, no. Your
Typical,
brother doesn't know.
typical
Yeah.
mindset. So I'm like, okay, no issues. I excuse you.
Yeah,
Please leave.
yeah.
My sister, she just looks at what game I'm playing. I'm like, and she moves on. But when I played Vemba, both my sister and my brother came, looked and like, "You're making uttapam?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah." I was making uttapam. Oh, how do you make uttapam? Like, the recipe is there. You have to put this. And
Ah,
then
nice.
next dish was biryani. And they're like, "Oh, let me cook." And I'm like, "Oh, wait, I'm playing it." And then took the controller away from me and they played it. And after they left, I was playing. And then my aunt came into the room. She was just curious. She looked at the screen and like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm making puttu." I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm making coconut puttu. Look there, it's puttu." Don't you have any other games to play? If you want to cook something real. Stop playing cooking games. I'm like, "Ah, okay." But yeah, Vemba was awesome. I really missed the chance to play Raji. Thirsty
I
Shooters
think
is the
no, Varsha, I think there's a new game, horror game, in the Indian developed horror game, right? I think it's Rani or something. It's a VR horror game, if I'm not wrong. Maybe Hungry Wolf will correct, give me the name, but yeah, I think it's making a lot of strides. I suppose it's getting good attention, and if you love these indie games and if you want to support the developers, check that out. I suppose maybe it's wishlist or it's already out. I didn't check it out, but yeah, they released something and everybody was like, yeah, it's really, really good. Um, it's something with
Occult
Rani or
Chambers.
something, man. It's a horror game. It's an Indian developed horror game. So I don't know.
If
It's
you need another Indian developed game, maybe horror, I think so. Try out Occult Chambers. Wishlisted on Steam. Shout out to Born Monkey.
yes, yes.
Born
Born
Monkeys to say.
Monkeys.
Yeah, shout out to Born Monkeys. Yeah. So there's that. And Hungry Will says,
Kamla. Yes, 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 yes. Kamla. Yeah, Kamla, an Indian horror experience on Steam. So, just a brief description: perform an Indian exorcism in this first-person survival horror set in 1970s India and get rid of an evil entity that has taken over a young bride named Kamla. Ah, that sounds very intriguing. So here you go. You can maybe wishlist on Steam, buy it. Let me see.
yeah,
Where is it? Add to your wish list. Yeah, planned release date Q1 2024. There you go, guys.
yeah.
Kamla.
Hungry Will says that, oh, it's not for donor. I just meant that I love donor codes. Okay, fair enough. All this food talk, I will have a snack now and watch as the same craving food. This tends to happen every time we talk about food in this podcast.
Yes.
That's why I think it's a good thing that I finish my dinner before I start doing the podcast, so I don't feel hungry.
I think there's a saying, right? Don't go to a supermarket on empty stomach. So
Uh,
yeah, we have to come to our podcast with a full stomach so that we don't feel craving for food.
thing is, I don't crave food, but that doesn't mean that I won't eat anything after that.
Right, right.
Anyways, Varsha asks Occult Chambers. Yeah, Occult Chambers. It's made by Born Monkey. You know Quack Quack on her server, right? She's part of that studio, so check it out.
Yeah. You can add to wish list it in your Steam, and I have actually played that game on IDGC Indian Game Developer Conference, which happened 2 months ago, I think, 2 or 3 months ago in Hyderabad, and I was very fortunate to play that. And the comment which I gave was it's a mix between Uncharted and the last Airbender, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, it felt it had Uncharted and the magical elements, the all the fire, earth kind of thing. So it felt really good. It was polished for that area. I think it has good potential from what I saw. I don't know. I didn't. It was just a small gameplay. I didn't ask any questions about the story or anything. But yeah, the developers were there. They were very, very passionate about that, and it felt good. So if you want to play that game, wishlist on Steam.
Yeah. And with that, I'm done with all the news for the podcast. Anything else that you want to add, Yashwant?
Oh my God! Somebody needs to bring Godzilla -1 to India, man. I'm really, really want to
That,
see Godzilla on big screen. I can't. I don't want to miss that movie on big screen. Please, somebody, PVR, Inox, Cinepolis, or somebody, please bring that movie to India
yeah.
on
While
big screens.
I was browsing through it, and apparently February seems to be the approximate date.
Hmm.
Apparently, day, month, or whatever. Sometime in February, it'll be there in theaters. So yeah,
I actually saw news that it crossed $100 million, which is I think the budget was 20 million or 30
yeah,
million or something.
20 to 30. Yeah,
20, yeah, and crossing $100 million. Hey, oh my God, that's a huge, huge success. So I can't wait, man. I really hope we get to see Godzilla -1 on big screen in India.
meanwhile, Hollywood making movies for $200 million.
That don't even cross $100 million. I agree. Yes.
It depends. I mean, Godzilla films were okay-ish, I guess. I mean, I enjoyed the film. I'm a
Yeah.
long-term Godzilla fan. In
Oh,
fact,
absolutely, man.
I even watched a 1954 original black and white movie.
Oh, nice, nice.
I mean, I've been
Actually, my first experience with Godzilla was very,
nine.
very young when I was maybe 5 years or 6 years old. I have a very good memory. People keep telling me that sometimes it fakes my mom that I remember very young things. So, but that story aside. But basically, my uncle and I went to this Godzilla. I think the enemy was this saucer kind of enemy. I still, it's a saucer. It's basically like think it's a spaceship or something. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's the enemy, and Godzilla is the hero. It tries to help the people or something. But yeah, that's my first experience with Godzilla, and immediately I was like, oh my god, this is a huge monster. It looks scary, terrifying. And I think by the time I saw Jurassic Park or something, but that didn't uh, get with me. It was not terrifying, I suppose, but Godzilla was like, oh my god, this is too big, too beautiful, I suppose. Yeah, since then I'm a Godzilla fan for sure. Yes.
I think I must have watched Godzilla Final Wars because that was, I think that was the time period then.
Very,
Maybe.
very young. Yeah.
I think many non-Japanese people's exposure to Godzilla was the horrible film that they made in 1998, Godzilla. It was basically a mutated lizard, iguana to be specific. Oh my god, that movie is horrible. I mean, it was hated by even Toho Studios, the makers of the original Godzilla.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, and yeah, actually, when this says Godzilla 2000, yeah, that could also be the one. It was Godzilla 2000 to the Godzilla Final Wars. It's either one of those, I guess, because both
I
of them
think
have
so. Yeah.
aliens. But yeah, yes, Godzilla 1998. Oh my god, the studio hated it so much that what they did was in Godzilla Final Wars, they actually brought in Godzilla 1998 as one of its opponents,
Uh,
and they killed it off within 3 seconds with the original Godzilla.
oh my God, that is so sick. I think yeah, their way of correcting the timeline, I suppose.
And they were like, "No, let's give Hollywood a chance." And then Hollywood makes a overgrown lizard attack New York, and they're like, "Nah, give it
Nah,
back, give
this
the
is
license
not
back,
Godzilla. Yeah.
give the license back." And then they're like, yeah. So 2000 has the UFO villain. So yeah, that was it.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, that was my first experience with Godzilla. Yeah.
Maybe Godzilla 2000 is also the one in which Zilla has been killed off. I mean, yeah, that's also the
Hmm.
thing. There's two names for that Godzilla from 1998. One is just Zilla because it's a lizard. It's not grand enough to add God in front of its name, so it's just Zilla. The other name,
Or they didn't have the licensing.
well, they have the licensing. They named the film Godzilla, so
Godzilla. Okay.
I'm talking about the general public. They call it Zilla.
Zilla.
Just
Okay,
and then
that is weird.
the other name was Gino, Gino. Full form
Hmm.
is Godzilla in name only. So yeah,
Weird. Yeah, but
yeah,
okay.
Gino, Godzilla name only because it's pretty much just in the name. There's nothing else. There are many iconic things about Godzilla. It's bipedal. It walks upright, has dorsal plates, shoots atomic breath. That's its signature move. And this thing had none of it. Yeah. So I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I don't want to ruin my memories of Godzilla anymore. I'm just waiting for February to roll around so I can watch Godzilla minus one. But yeah,
Yes.
making 4 times the amount of the budget, I mean, Toho must be very happy. I mean, it's because many people actually crave the original Godzilla ethos, like wait, when it was actually a like this sort of symbol for humans' destructive capability, or Mother Nature fighting
Yeah,
back
it's
for original humans.
something needs to be feared for. Yeah, it's not something of a hero. It's not a something you look up kind of thing. It's not your hero. It enters. It's a distraction.
Uh,
It's a horror to its core. Yes.
in fact, the original 1954 film was meant to be a horror film, and for its
Yeah.
time, it was a horror film. If I watched it now, no, it's not a horror film.
Yeah.
But anyways, too much blabbering about Godzilla. But anyways, I hope it comes out soon. But with that, we'll wrap up today's episode
Today's
of the
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah.
So thank you all for watching. Thank you to Aishwarya. Thank you to Varsha. Thank you to Angry Wolf. Thank you to Sanjay. Thank you to Billu. Thank you to Joker. Thank you to Pankaj. Have a good night, guys. Kindly like this video, subscribe to our channel, watch more of our videos. We hope you have a good Sunday. We hope you have a good week ahead, and we'll join you next week. This is Abdul and Yeshwanth signing off.
Hey, thank you guys for joining, man. See you next podcast.
See you in the podcast.